Hi folks, it's Job Lot Comics here. We're having a look at Archie Comics' spin-off. It's Jughead. Who is Jughead? I think it's this doofus here with the funny nose, and for some reason he wears like what in the UK we would call that's a hat from a Christmas cracker. Some kind of weird crown he's got there. He's, mixed up with Betty and Veronica and Archie and all the various different characters, and I get no idea what's going on here. Stan Goldberg seems to have done the art shows on this here. And I know nothing about Archie. I don't know what's going on in it, but here we go. I know some of you might like this. I see the Golden Age, the comic collector geek guy. He likes his old Archie stuff, yeah. And I was watching recently, he was talking about, here's the credits. Do I know any of these people? Do I know them? No, I don't know any of them. And he was going on about, well, he likes that good girl stuff. And back in the 50s and stuff, when Betty and Veronica were Archie's sort of girlfriends, and they would sort of vie for his attention, and it was, I suppose, it's quite good fun. In the UK, do we have anything like Archie? I'm not so sure. It puts me in mind of comics like the Beano and the Dandy, but we never did sort of actual sort of teen sort of things in those comic books. It was always just silly things like the Bash Street Kids and all that kind of nonsense, yeah. But here, these characters were quite well rounded, I suppose, and they had their motivations. They were eternally youthful, and they seemed to be stuck in Riverdale for all their lives. And then the comics would spin out into different various characters like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and you had all that kind of stuff. And then there was a TV show that came out called Riverdale with these characters in it. Good little Archie. And yeah, I suppose maybe it was much more of American Canadian type of thing. I kind of remember vaguely reading these when I was young. Very sparse. They never had the impact over here that Marvel and DC comics did, and I think it was just because we had no context for this. But it just shows you that geographical location of creative pieces of work like this can be lost in the translation. And although we can kind of appreciate what's going on here, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, well, Archie's the dude, and he's got all this going on, but yeah, it was hard for us to relate to the high school, the setup and the vacations and the beaches and the surfing and the parties and, all this kind of stuff. So, yeah, it probably did get lost in me. Although, hey, do you remember these guys? But, yeah, so that's pretty much the extent of our interaction with the Archie universe. But I know some of you like it. I thought you might want to have a look at this. I don't know. They seem to still be going strong. I guess people still read these books, and if you do, more power to you. It's all good. I'm glad that you're still reading comic books. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed anything about that. God knows why you would. But if you did, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.